Sara Woods. I'm not happy to watch this. I never am. My children are having to spend their first field trip this year here because they've been working to remediate and homeschool the loss of basic educational skills that we've been suffering under for the past 2 years in our parish. After watching your actions for some time now, I can tell you that the only people that think that you people as a board are responsive, effective, and even competent as elected and appointed officials to lead us in matters of education are only you people, the 8 majority, and the cronies who are reliant upon your irrational decisions for the supplement of their income or profit margin. This standards review plan baloney is perfunctory and really just another end run around the citizens of this state by heading off legislation in order to keep the children of this state, and therefore the parents of this state, at the mercy of this undemocratic, unresponsive board led by this smooth-talking superintendent. And this is my opinion for the worth that it may have, an opinion formed from suffering under the legal loophole leadership style of this superintendent and his gang of 8. The elephant in this room that you are trying to disguise is that each state in our nation, including Louisiana, is a microcosmic example of a macrocosmic effort or plan by multinational corporations, nonprofits, foundations, and state and federal governments. The whole scheme here, in a nutshell, is to open education up as a more profitable source of revenue to serve the interest of an elite group and their cronies, using government to ensure absolute control easily over future generations, to take them completely away from Americanism, American principles of freedom and liberty, and closer to 21st century globalization, the down payment of which was our children's personal private information for the creation of a marketable product for mass production, and you are all complicit in it, each and every one of you. There will be massive profit from the sale of mass-produced education materials with little to no deviation across state lines under the Common Core in any manner, in any way or manner related to education, that will also lead to mass production in every other market, because as individuality is replaced with standardization, this decreases any and all standard deviations. They will have an abundance, those elitists, of non-essential labor, as the masses, not the elite, will be standardized on a national level to follow with no thought whatsoever to do anything beyond adhering to detailed instructions or procedures for everything, again promoting mass production of everything. John Dewey's vision of institutionalization. Common Core is the basic framework to accomplish this mass production, and the Park assessment is the quality control of the standardized product, our children. My child is not a product. The biggest obstacle to all of this is individuality, including, which we are destroying, professional discretion of a teacher. The individuality of a teacher, and therefore his or her professional discretion, must be eliminated because it breeds more individuality.
Ms. Woods, I need you to wrap up, please.
Come around to me. Individuality in a general sense breeds inconsistency, and inconsistency is inefficient to the goals of mass production, standardization for profit and control. This is what is at hand, and we are rising up to demand that you stop this. But you're not listening. You're not listening to the parents. You continue to say the same thing every time we come up here. If I'm telling a lie, and this is not true, BESE and LDE right in this moment would have the logic and reason to adjust all that hinges on this annual assessment. When a parent exercises their fundamental right to control their child's education, because if you did that, it would reflect a respect for that authority and an acknowledgement of that right being supreme to any obligation of this board. Because if a board, as a board, if you don't respect that authority, and you don't, you've shown that, you do not respect the authority of parents, and you do not use it as a guiding light, then all that stems from this board will go against the stated goals and purpose of our system of education as protected by the United States and the Louisiana Constitution until you burn it down.
Thank you, Ms. Woods. Dennis Burke.